ese amor que es
de casa y oficina, con perfume de cocina, hay un lugar allá en la esquina, un negocio de comida latina, considerada una mujer muy fina, con la sencillez de campesina, la mamá rosa, haciendo historia, con una olla de amor criolla, la mamá rosa, oye qué cosa, empezó con nada y acabó famosa.
She's authentic, genuine, and greeting everyone like old pals. Seeing her at the debate sealed the deal for me. Plus, Chris and I have the same haircut, and we parted the same way, so it was definitely meant to be. So I'm hoping after today that everyone in this room has the same reaction about Chris that we did, and help us get the vote out next week on September 10th. So without further ado, please help me welcome to the mic the future first female mayor of the New York City, Christina Quinn.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say I had no idea, and I want to come back to Jennifer in a second, that she was up to all this kind of trickery with Christina. I didn't know that at all. She didn't tell me I was on audition, so I guess that's why I was particularly good, but thank you. And Christina, thank you. And Michael, thank you so much. Where's Michael? Oh, Michael, all right, that threw me off there with Christina. Who are you? Christina and Michael, thank you very much. And I also want to thank Edwin Vazquez. There we go. Who is with, I don't have my glasses, but he is with the Edwin Vazquez Musica, so thank you. Yay. I also want to thank Cynthia so much for being part of tonight. Let's hear it for Cynthia and Pablo and Ty Brown. And I want to take a particular moment to thank you two gals so much again for leading tonight's effort. And Jennifer, I want to thank you for spearheading tonight, for bringing us together, and also for all of your amazing work on behalf of the people of the city of New York, making sure that the laws and the policies of this city are ones that are uplifting and helping everyone. You are an unbelievably detailed, focused professional who doesn't let anything fall through the cracks and make sure everything gets taken care of for the good of New Yorkers. So thank you very much. And I just want to recognize my wife, Kim, who is here with us. And thank you all for being here. It is 6 days to the Democratic primary and then 21 days till the runoff on October 1st after that. And it's so great to have everybody here because we need to do everything we can and more between now and Tuesday to turn out the vote. It is a race to get into the runoff, and let me tell you, we can get this done because you don't end up being the first woman and first openly gay speaker of the city council unless you are prepared to fight your way in, and that's the kind of fighter I am, and I know that's the kind of fighter all of you are too. And what we need to do, what Tuesday's going to be about, is getting out the vote and who turns out to vote. For better or worse, it's not going to be a huge turnout election. So if we get our supporters, there you go, we got our little Facebook app there, I'm in with Quinn. We get our supporters, our friends, our family out to vote, it's going to make all the difference in the world. I got to tell you, earlier tonight I was knocking doors. I was out knocking doors in Bushwick. And I was going door to door with Antonio Reynoso, who's running for city council there. And it was noteworthy to me in a couple reasons. every door we knocked on, almost every door, the folks said, no one running for mayor has ever come to this neighborhood to knock on a door before. And every person just about who answered the door, I said hello, I handed them the flyer, they said gracias, and then looked up and realized it was me standing there, and then screaming and yelling began. I was inside eating food, sitting at the table, people were apologizing for having their house coats on, and that is the kind of energy we can create by going out and talking to our friends and turning people out. It was the same kind of great response I got this morning when I was leafleting. I just want to thank you guys for being here, for believing we can get this done, and it's important because we have the potential over the next 4 years to move this city forward to a place where there's progress for everyone and no one is left behind. What does that mean? It means building affordable housing for middle-income New Yorkers and low-income New Yorkers. It means putting a policy in place of vouchers to get people out of the shelter system. It means seizing on the power of our neighborhoods to turn the South Bronx into a green trucking hub. It means turning the North Shore of Staten Island into an export region. It means taking the potential for manufacturing in Sunset Park and growing it exponentially. We can get this done to create good middle-class jobs for New Yorkers, and we can make our schools great in every neighborhood out there by improving teacher training, by stopping spending $100 million a year on textbooks and start spending $100 million a year on tablets so children are learning on the devices that they'll need in the workplace and in college. We can get all of this done if we work together and decide the greatest days of New York City are ahead of us, not behind us, that we can stay the safest big city in America and do it without unconstitutional stops and frisk and bring the police and communities back together. And we can help restaurants like this and other small businesses grow by stopping the overfining and the nickeling and diming. That's the New York City we all believe in, a place of opportunity for everyone, a place where there's great schools for everyone, good jobs, and affordable housing. And I'll leave you with two quick little final stories. We announced a week or two ago that when I'm mayor, we're going to open 5 middle schools just for girls that focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And I was at an event when I announced this, and a little boy said, "What about me?" And I said, "You'll be okay, honey. Don't worry about it." You know what I mean? But we can create opportunity for everybody. And I'll leave you with one final story. You know, New York's an immigrant city, and when I'm mayor, we're going to build on that diversity as our greatest strength. All 4 of my grandparents came here from Ireland 100 or 101 years ago. One of my grandmothers, when she came here, got on a ship in steerage in 3rd class, the Titanic. She was one of the few 3rd-class girls to make it out alive, because notwithstanding women and children first, more 1st-class men made it off alive than 3rd-class girls. And when you asked her, how did you make it off, she would say that when the other girls dropped to their knees to pray, I took a run for it. Now, I once said to a priest, with a little bit of attitude, I have to admit, I guess my grandmother knew there was a time for praying and a time for running. And he said, no. Your grandmother knew you could pray while running. Which is exactly what we're going to do over the next 6 days, get into the runoff, and then win the runoff 3 weeks after that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Jennifer. Yay. Thank you, music. Thank you, venue. Thank you all so much. And
destination in this stupid world. The journey is long, and if you never many, but you'll never have gone alone. This my name to ask me. You really need to know about voices inside my head. I run from all the lies that I've been fed. I run from the excuse we call reality. I run from the odds that run against me. I run from the poison air that tries to steal my lungs. I run to the inspiration of a brand new song. I run, and I'll never forget where I came from. I run, and you know, somewhere I'm gonna run until I reach the sun. Where there's no such thing as time, a place between the heart and mind. What difference does it make to exist 1,000 years? Never live the day. I run to my reflection within your eyes. I run, and if I don't get there, you know I'm gonna try. I run, and if I can't run, I'm gonna fly. And if I could, I'd take you all there with me.
It's going to be possible without some of our contributors. So we really want to thank everybody that's helped put this event together and make this possible. First and foremost, Cynthia Sepulveda-Caballero, and CEO, FlacoCoquito. Traditional Puerto Rican drink, we have some beverages here for sample for free in the back. We also want to thank the great lady for sponsoring us, Jamie, the shout out here to our bartender. We have some great specialty cocktails, and thank you for providing the space for us tonight. And additionally, I want to thank the seven repeats that we've helped out by Ty Brown, CEO of Big Quinn. We'll have this card available if you're interested in getting something like this for your next event. You're more than welcome to reach out. Also want to thank our lovely photographer here, Edwin, Vazquez, and last but not least, and most importantly, I want to thank our musicians in our band.
So much
Thank you guys for Edwin Vazquez. We have Edwin Vazquez, singer, songwriter, and artist. Our lead guitarist, Alpha and Alverson. Our bass guitarist and background vocals, James Grover. And our percussionist and background vocals, thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate your support.
Truth will find us. We can hide in the night, but in the morning light, truth will find us. Have you ever taken notice to the pain, the